Roll Tide.
See, there's always one. There's always one that has to do it.
Has to say it.
Yeah, they have to. It's like it's almost like it's like a nervous twitch. They can't help themselves. Why? I don't know.
Why?
You have to ask him.
What do you say?
Just for you,
Oh, man.
Just for you, Jordan.
Hey, man, it make my stomach cringe every time I hear it.
Jordan?
I'm rolling with the Irish. I know what's gonna happen, but I'm rolling with the Irish.
Wow. All right. So I guess I'm the deciding vote on this one.
He
Here.
can't.
He can't allow himself
Kenny,
to go
listen,
for Alabama.
This is a game you do not want to bet on right here.
Okay.
You want to stay away from this game.
Who you bet? Who you rolling with?
All right, so obviously, Alabama has just been a powerhouse. They just roll. I hate to use the term roll, but they've been rolling over everybody. It just seems like year after year after year, they have that ability to be a national championship powerhouse. Notre Dame, I mean, for years they've been in the independent, and that's almost kind of hurt them. Now they've gone into, I believe, the ACC, and so now they've got themselves tied to a conference, which is trying to give them a little bit more. I think they could have went to a better conference than the ACC.
Where do you think they should win?
Do it.
Where do you think they should win?
I would have hoped they would have went to the Big Ten.
No.
That's even worse.
It would have been, but it would have been better. I think better look for them than the ACC.
I really feel like they made that move to compete with the better competition.
Right, and I agree.
The SEC and ACC is the top two, conferences.
But it's just the tag independent is what's been hurting them as a program, being able to be considered in the top 10, at least top
Right.
25.
They can't play for a conference championship.
Exactly. So they lose that ability to have that conference championship.
Yeah.
Now they're there. They're getting a little bit better recognition. I can't help but say my dad is a huge Notre Dame fan. Last time they were here for the Cotton Bowl, he was here in all his green and glory. They got their butts whooped badly. I agree. Everything you guys are saying on each side, I agree. Alabama is just one of those juggernauts that you have to pay attention to. But at the same time, if they can keep Alabama's offense off the field, which has been the secret for teams that have gotten to them, is keeping that offense off the field. I think Notre Dame has a chance, but I got to go with Alabama.
Yeah. If my aunt had a mustache, she'd be my uncle.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a different tagline to that.
And
I know it is.
that's why I have to go with Alabama on this, because that is going to be a huge challenge for Notre Dame, is to keep that offense off the field. If they can do it, great. They're going to have a chance, and it's going to be a fantastic game. If they don't do it, Alabama's going to run over this.
Listen, it goes back to what this preparation and don't start slow. Because
Right.
a team like Alabama, they playing all three phases of the game. Special teams, defense is dynamic. Offense, I mean, you got two Heisman people on the same, you know what I mean? So
They wide receiver just won the player of the year.
and I've been telling people about him since he came in. They was talking about Jerry Jeudy. I said, I like Jeudy, he a Florida guy, but that kid Devontae Smith is clutch.
Devontae Smith.
Yeah. Like I said, the key for Notre Dame to win is going to keep the Alabama offense off the field, but that's a tall order. As soon as they start going 4 and out, they're in trouble.
They
They
got to
just
keep
got to
long
come
and
with a
score.
great
They
game
have got to run the clock.
They got to come with a great game plan, and they got to just be ready to play ball, because at the end of the game, like I said, that's a balanced breakfast, man. I mean, all three phases, dynamic.
Let's talk about middle tier, which this is the game wow. Clemson, Ohio State. All right, so where are the Ohio State fans at?
Oh. What?
Yeah.
Look like you.
Let me tell you something.
Why is it so high?
There's a reason why they call y'all Buckeyes. Okay? There's a reason why they call y'all Buckeyes.
Why is there so many?
I don't know. Clemson fans. Any Clemson fans?
It's 5 of us. It's 5 of us, really? It's 5 of us right now.
Now-
It's crazy. Oh my God.
Wow. I mean, Clemson is the number 2 team coming in. You've got Trevor Lawrence, who's probably one of the more dynamic and fantastic quarterbacks in the NCAA right now. What do you think about Clemson? What do you think about this game?
Wait, hold on, I just want to tell a quick story.
Okay,
Story.
all right.
No, this is about Clemson, and this will kind of relate to us, it'll relate to you guys too, right? I met Dabo Sweeney a couple years ago at another All-American weekend, college All-American weekend. I met Dabo Sweeney, I went to him, I said, hey coach, how you doing? I just want to introduce myself, my name is Paul Palmer. I love your quarterback, Watson. You guys have a great team, great season. This is what Dabo Sweeney said, and he goes, Paul Palmer? I said, yes sir, Paul Palmer. And he was kind of loud. There were people around in tuxedos, and I was trying to keep it close and keep it kind of quiet. He goes, Paul Palmer? He said, man, I saw you play when I was in high school. I said, you saw me play when you were in? He said, yeah. He said, y'all came down to Tuscaloosa, right? Y'all played Alabama. I said, yeah. I said, yes sir, we played Alabama. He said, man, he said, man, I was in high school, and I said, who the hell is Temple and who the hell is Paul Palmer? I said, well, thank you, coach. He said, you had a good game that day, huh? I said, well, I had a pretty good game. He said, how many yards you had? I said, I had about 145. He said, I remember like it was yesterday. And I'm saying this point to make this point to you guys is that you don't know who's watching. You don't know who's watching.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was shocked that he remembered from when he was a senior in high school, and now myself being 50-something years old, that he remembered seeing me play in high school. And the way his face lit up, and the way his face glowed, it was absolutely incredible. But it's the same thing that's gonna happen for some of you young guys, God willing, if you get the opportunity to play college ball, to play professional football, or what have you. Because then we're gonna be saying, oh man, remember that kid? Remember that kid we went to Brett Cooper? Remember the kid that... I'll tell you later. I saw him play when I was in high school. It's the same way, man. Like, we come to these things and we try to, coach you guys up and interact with you guys and what have you. When you guys go beyond, if you guys are fortunate to go to college, whether it's Division I, II, or III, it's a feather in our cap. It's something that I will brag about. That I was down here and I saw this young man when he was U11, U13, 15. It's something we'll brag about. And it's something, it excites me so much. You guys, you got to understand, you never know who's watching, especially older guys. Because now things are getting different because of your age, things get different. You got to kind of watch yourself because you got these younger guys watching. And these younger guys want to be like you. So you got to watch yourself and watch what you put out there so you're a good example for these young guys. And then when you go on above that, keep doing the right thing. Because there's people that are older than you, like us, who thought the world of you, and we want to continue to keep thinking the world of you. And it's not necessarily from a football standpoint, it's from, we're just using football as a vehicle to get to you guys. It's from a good person standpoint. We're fortunate that we were involved with football that allows us to be in touch with you guys. We really are. We're so much more fortunate. You have no idea how when he leaves, when I leave, when Freaky leaves, when he leaves, how we'll go back and we'll talk about you guys. I've known him for a long time, so I call him by his nickname Freaky. But
I don't even want to know why I got that nickname.
Yeah, first guy.
I don't even want to know.
But like,
I see you, my man.
I just kind of wanted to share that story because you just never know.
Well,
you never know who you impact.
And you make a great point, because I mean, I brought Lucas Coley here, for the Brett Cooper event. I mean, Arkansas, going to Arkansas committed. I've known that young man since he was 6 years old playing youth football. I've watched him progress into youth football. I saw him go to the middle school, into the high school, become the quarterback that he's become today.
And how proud are you now?
Extremely proud. I mean, it's just fantastic to see what he has done with not just his ability, but also up here, using that head. What some people don't realize is Lucas is only 17 years old. He is only 17 years old and actually graduated a year and a half ahead of when he was supposed to.
Oh, wow.
He's already graduated in December from high school, and now he's fixing to report to Arkansas in January.
Yeah, Kenny, he's a mature young man.
Very mature. I mean, he's had a great upbringing. He's had great coaches that have mentored him. You know, him and I have had many talks, you know, to keep him, you know, where he's at. And it's the example is there. These guys here have seen it, this week with him being here and being able to talk to them, kind of pass on some of the things that he's learned as a youth coming up into the game. So Clemson and Ohio State.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. So Clemson. Trevor Lawrence. I mean, what more can you say about Trevor Lawrence and what he can do on the football field? What does Ohio State have to do to beat Clemson?
Can't do anything. I know I just said all this stuff about Notre Dame, how they got a fighting chance.
Yeah.
But Ohio State will find a way to lose this ball game.
Oh, I heard a what?
It happens every year.
Somebody didn't like that.
It
Somebody
happens
didn't like
every
that.
year. I'm sorry. Ohio State right now is not playing good football. It was one game, whatever.
He always said
Wow.
Clemson, you can boo me all you want. I don't mind being the bad guy. I'm okay with that.
Hey, this is an interactive show. You want to boo what he's saying? Boo. Go ahead.
Give him a lower to coach.
They gonna boo me off the stage. Hey, but Clemson gonna win this game by a couple possessions. What?
He's still saying
He's
what?
still saying what? Is there a minor bird in here?
Just like last time. They said they had Chase Young and all this that. Who caught the L?
Yeah.
Who lost? Who lost?
All right. So we know how Jordan feels. Anybody else on the panel feel the same way that Jordan does?
I do.
Okay.
do too.
Thank you.
I kind of feel that way too. I mean, but you know, like we said, everyone has a chance when they go out there. That's why you play the game. But tall order, man. Tall order. Ohio State's gonna have their hands full, real full.
I just feel like the bigger the game is, Clemson played more with a chip on his shoulder. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you gotta think the type of players they recruited, and a lot of kids, they already know that everybody picking the Buckeye to win. I just feel like Clemson's gonna take this.
So it's already pretty unanimous that this is going to be a Clemson win easily.
Yeah. I wouldn't say easily. I'm just not caught up in the Ohio State bandwagon. I'm not gonna ride that bandwagon.
So I don't even have to vote then.
Yeah, you do.
So I don't even have to vote.
No.
I wanna hear you.
No, you want to hear what you gotta say.
You want to hear what I got to say? Y'all want to know what I got? Y'all want to know what I think?
Yeah.
Tiger rag all day long, man.
Yes, sir.
Tiger rag all day long.
Let's go. Let's go.
They got some paw prints on the Buckeye.
So now, but here's the thing, and this is what's intriguing to me here, even with our conversations here. You got the top four here that are playing. You got 1 versus 4. You got 2 versus 3. 2 versus 3 is always the biggest game. It's probably the best game. It's the one that's going to go into overtime more than likely. It's going to be a slugfest. Based on our conversation here, this 2 versus 3 is going to be a yawner. 1 versus 4 should be a football game.
It's gonna. What you just said is gonna be opposite.
It's going to be opposite.
Look,
You said one.
Ohio State Clemson is gonna be a ball game.
You think so? So it'll be a ball game still.
It's gonna come down to the fourth quarter.
Okay.
But Clemson gonna pull away in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and for me, I honestly really, I don't have a dog in the race. I just want to see good football. And I'm going to watch the whole game. I'm going to watch every game as much as I can because I just want to see a good football game. You know what I mean? But
I'll tell you what, we're gonna give the panel here a quick little break. We'll be right back here on the Kennie Long Show. When we come back, it is the Cotton Bowl. We're gonna start talking about it and get into it. Keep it here. We'll be right back here on the Kennie Long Show live on Semi-Pro Live.
Get him out of here.
We are in 2020.
He's so
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
We gonna see. We gonna see Clemson had as like Notre Dame. Somebody put a clown on my thing, man. I don't know who did
Saying the
that.
right stuff so far.
Oh, appreciate you, man.
Notre Dame and Clemson.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What's up, man? You all right? Hey, what you think? Who you think gonna win? Clemson? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What about you? Six clown faces on my comments. I'm trying to figure out. I don't want that person back. That person back. Somebody put a clown face when I said.
They put a clown face?
They put a clown. Look at this.
They called you a clown?
Nobody can hold us. Nobody can hold the offensive line. Nobody can hold our running backs. We gonna score on everybody. We gonna turn it up.
I like football because it's like my sport. I never quit. I'ma always go hard. I like the team dedication, and they always playing for me, and they always blocking for me. So I love my team.
Hold the show! Hit the show! Hold the show! Hit the show! Texas hold right now!
A lot. Y'all gonna hear that name a lot. Y'all gonna keep hearing it.
Making plays and working hard.
She raised the GOAT. Yeah. She did what? Hold on, you gotta run that back. She raised the GOAT. Shout out to his mama. He raised the GOAT.
I love my teammates, and we all come together to win a game.
We came to slay.
That's it. We came to slay. No, we just do what we do. We're gonna bring it hard and keep on hitting.
And we're gonna bring it home.
And that'll be the last thing. You're watching Semi-Pro Live. We'll see you guys next time.
And bring it home. 2 beat, 2 clap. We do it for the city. Oh, city!
Well, just know we coming for number one.
Yeah. Watch out. I need to watch out.
Allowed you to get all those scores.
Well, it was just like we can do good and we do everything, so that's what we gotta do.
So what?
A lot of people don't know women play.
So come watch us play.
I think flag football is going to take over.
I absolutely see flag football as being an Olympic sport.
Flag football will be taking over the world.
I want to defy the odds.
I plan to see my Texas Fury girls play in college and the Olympics.
I do believe that men and women in the sport should get paid.
I see women's football expanding in the future.
I see it becoming a high school sport. I see it becoming a collegiate sport as well.
Flag football is in many ways like a microcosm of life.
I'm 15 and I've been playing flag since I was 7 years old.
I am 26 years old and I've been playing football for 8 years.
I've been playing flag football for a little bit over 6 years.
I've been playing flag football now for about 6 years.
It is so entertaining and is definitely competitive.
Different types of women, different cities, different states, different age groups.
Who are not only incredible athletes, but inspiring, amazing human beings.
And I hope that it gains enough support in the future to ensure that women can play on all the same platforms as men.
Right now, it is an NAI college sport, but I hope to see it become an NCAA sport for women.
I play football for a chance to show women what we are all capable of doing.
The confidence and the passion that these young ladies have.
And I love flag football. I love playing flag.
I love flag football.
I love flag football because it enhances my overall skills.
My name's Sandy Dot.
I'm Ashley Clam. My name is Candace.
He's saying
But
LSU.
he is.
Who's the first overall draft pick? Trevor Lawrence is going to get the hard way.
It's all about
It's the same reason why you say Notre Dame is in there because their name. Listen, everybody knows. Go with Trevor Lawrence. I'm going with Devontae Smith. He's the best player in college football.
Well, you need to slow down.
I'm not saying.
I'm taking a guy who's lost 3 games his whole career playing the game. We're talking about youth football, high school, and college at the highest level.
Devontae Smith been clutch since he was
I'm
in youth
not
football.
disagreeing.
And I hope Trevor Lawrence goes to the Washington Football Club.
They need somebody.
I hope he goes there. Yes, I do.
I'm going to stay Florida, Jack.
I don't think
need
Jacksonville
somebody.
giving up that pick.
We do need somebody, man. I wish he would go to DC. I would take him.
Wow.
He can be the first round overall pick all you want. But I'm going with Smitty.
Yeah.
The best player.
I guess we could be biased because I'm a quarterback, he's a receiver, but we know who it is.
Well, if you want to put it that way, that's you being biased. I'm not saying that because I'm telling you, Smitty is a good player. I'm going with Smitty.
Quarterbacks are usually not this vocal.
Oh, that's
They better be.
This is different.
Not in this form. They're vocal on a football field, but they're usually not very vocal here in this kind of like a TV setting.
This is
Wow.
a whole different animal right here.
Very different animal. Very different animal. All right, so tonight's game, the Cotton Bowl here at AT&T Stadium. How many of y'all looking forward to going to that tonight? All right, so here we go. How many for Florida? Okay.
Florida man.
All right. How many for Oklahoma?
sorry for y'all, man. I'm sorry.
Kind of a half and half. All right. So this one a little bit different. Let me give you some numbers here real quick. Okay. Offensive comparison between these two teams.
No comparison. Don't do it.
Yards per play. Florida 7.2, Oklahoma 6.3. Points per play, 0.591 for Florida. They lead them by 0.558. Wow. Rushing percentage, 42% by Florida, 51% on the run for Oklahoma. But the passing is a big disparity. 57.68 for Florida, 48.11 for Oklahoma. The 69% completion rate for Florida is big, 67 for Oklahoma. Third down conversions. Now this kind of jumped out at me when I looked at this last night. 51.97% on third down conversions for Florida. They get first downs on third down conversions. Oklahoma only 39.4. So when y'all look at this game offensively, who is that running game for Oklahoma? Can it do anything against that defense for Florida?
Florida's going to win this game.
Yeah, the SEC is a lot different than what we're talking about. I mean, we could go numbers all day, but when you're talking about the quality of opponents, it's not even close. Florida is definitely elite, and like I just mentioned before, I'd take a 3-loss Florida healthy team in the playoffs. I think they're the real deal. And when Oklahoma's best game is against Iowa State, who they lost to and had to re-beat, yeah, we're in some trouble here. So I love their offense. It's explosive. Now, here's the thing, though. Florida's defense is not that good from what they've shown, but they play SEC football. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm an ACC guy because I like the Canes or whatever, and we're not even talking about USF because they're really low. But when we talk about football in general, we all know, and he's played in the SEC because he can tell you it's a different caliber of talent. And when you're playing that week in and week out, I don't care if they're ranked or unranked, that's some serious talent. So you put Oklahoma with the Florida schedule, those numbers might be flip-flopped and drastically flip-flopped. So it'll be hopefully it's a good game and a shootout like Brett Cooper hopes for, but
It's not going to be a
the
shootout.
Florida talent is a whole different world.
Florida's way more battle tested than Oklahoma. I mean, Florida also has a Heisman candidate when Trask. You should see his numbers: 43 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I mean, they got an electrifying Kadarius Toney, and Oklahoma cannot do it. He's hurt.
No, COVID in NFL draft, there's all 4 starting receivers not playing today.
Really? Oh wow.
But
at the end of the day,
I still take their backup.
I'm still taking Gators.
I'm going with Florida, man.
There's no doubt about it.
I'm the same way. I'm going with Florida. But you know what? My thing also is like I always, a lot of times when I do my games on the radio, I always say like whoever wins in the trenches, you got to get it done in the trenches. You don't get it done in the trenches, offensively or defensively, you lose games. So all these X amount of yards for this and those amount of yards for that. That comes down to the big boys up front. If the big boys get it done, and the big boys don't get it done, that's true. That's right. Big boys get it done and don't get it done. They determine who's going to win because they allow the skilled guys to do what they can do.
Okay, I just heard you guys say all 4 starting wide receivers for Florida are out.
Yes, that is
Due to
confirmed.
COVID.
Yeah, 2 entered the draft and 2 got COVID.
Okay, so in number 2, the last 2 to 3 games that Florida has played, is that not a concern going into this game?
When your last game is Alabama losing by 7, that's
Why
no
would they be
concern.
concerned about that? They lost 7 points to the Juggernaut.
Probably.
Let's compare.
I think it's just a matter of mentality. I mean, let's be honest. When you lose a tough game like that, it does play on you coming into the next game you play, particularly a bowl game.
They pissed off.
You say they're pissed off.
I really feel like Oklahoma front 4 can't block Gators front 4.
And we know historically Oklahoma's defense is absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, that I agree with that. Their
So
defense.
you don't want to go to shootout with Florida Gators, I'll tell you that.
Listen, he said he's going to be straight up. They're trash, basically what he's saying.
Yeah, Oklahoma's offense is
So
the only
Oklahoma-
reason why they're any.
Anybody else agree that Oklahoma's trash this year?
No, they're not trash. No.
Defense.
The defense.
I'm not saying
Oklahoma
they're
defense is trash.
Yes, year in and year out. Doesn't matter what your defensive coordinator is. It's like historically, it's always a shootout, which is fun to watch. But at the end of the day, it's because of their offense that they win games. If they had no offense, it would be ugly.
And that's on Lincoln Riley. That's on Lincoln Riley not having a focus on defense.
But I will tell you this: other than the college football playoff games, this is the best bowl game in college football, and you guys are in for a treat for that. So I'm happy to be a part of that, the Cotton Bowl. So the Florida game, the Oklahoma game is definitely the best game in college football, other than the playoffs.
I think Oklahoma's gonna win. To be honest, they got how motivated is Florida to play this game? Come on now, you gotta be honest. I've seen Alabama lose bowl games because they were not motivated to play it because they missed the playoff. It's the same thing with Florida. That's why wait. That's why all 3 receivers opt out. That's why the quarterback is gonna do his thing, be out by halftime, and Oklahoma's gonna win this ball game. I'm trying to tell you.
I hope we have a Kennie Long show tomorrow morning to rehash what we're talking about right now.
I will. They will not be motivated to play this.
What makes you think they will not be motivated to play this game?
Because the mentality of the athlete now, this bowl don't matter to them.
So my thing is, so what about the backups? You not thinking they're motivated to play this game?
The backup, so what? You got a back. Okay, it's the reason why he's backup first.
No. You're right. It's the reason why it's backup because you got to understand. Do you understand? In the state of Florida, the people who they recruit are badass people.
Yeah,
So you got to understand what they play behind. So now when they get there, so usually they come in with their mentality, they get their opportunity there. They're not gonna try to make the best of it. Man, shoot. Right now I pick Florida backup receivers or whoever they back over Oklahoma right now. Only defensive player I like at Oklahoma, I don't know if he entered the draft, is what's his name? Number 44, Pookie, whatever his name is.
Pookie and Booby?
I'm pretty sure Florida has great backups and great recruiting, but at the end of the day, they are still backups.
At the end of the
It's
day,
not an Alabama. It's not a better scheme. It's not a Alabama.
I hope we have a Kennie Long show so we can talk about this blowout that's going to happen tonight.
It's not
they're going to be better schemed and better prepped than Oklahoma.
I hope for all of our sake it's a good game.
It's not Alabama type depth.
That's the problem. They're not Alabama type depth, so it's going to be such easier. It's going to be
harder if your receivers opt out.
Okay, so it sounds like we're in consensus. It's all Florida here.
No, we have one guy.
Well, give me one that says Oklahoma.
I believe it's Florida, but having backups, and as he said, the number 2s are number 2s because they're number 2s.
Exactly.
And it's the timing could be a little different, whatever it's going to be. I believe Florida's going to win. Absolutely believe Florida's going to win. But you got all backups, and the backups are backups because they're not better than
Well, when the starters are NFL first.
No,
draft
I'm not
picks,
trying to
that's
hear
a
that,
whole different
bro.
ballgame.
I'm not trying to hear that.
Well,
because that's not true.
Because there's
That's
not
not
one
true.
receiver at
That's
Oklahoma
not
that's
true.
even in a top
That's
3
not
draft
true,
pick.
bro. Just because you a starter in the SEC don't mean you're an NFL player. That's not it. Just because you're a starter from Florida don't mean you're an NFL player. You're just a starter from
Is
Florida.
not a first round
You're just a starter from Florida. That don't mean you're an NFL player. We just seen #1 draft picks be bust. We just seen Dwayne Haskins get cut after his second year in the NFL. He's not good.
Come on, man. He knew he wasn't. He
Well, listen, Dwayne Haskins was set up. What veteran they had to even walk him through?
I
He's
think
right there.
I think
What veteran Redskins had to walk Dwayne Haskins through?
But Dwayne Haskins screwed up his opportunities because
He's a young kid. Listen, he's 20, 21 years old. First round pick with all this money.
So-
he's going out doing. He don't have no guidance. What did
So-
Redskins? So,
so-
Redskins should have had somebody in place to guide that young man.
Well,
so
okay.
that's Redskins.
Okay,
Dwayne
I agree.
Haskins played
But
at Ohio
so
State.
you
That'll be a good
think
game
just
against
because you were
It's
starter
amazing.
from Florida, you were an NFL player?
It's amazing how we just went from college and all of a sudden we moved into the NFL now talking about Dwayne Haskins.
That's not true.
That's not
but
true.
I feel like
That's not true.
they'll be prepped.
Imagine a backup.
more than a lot.
So you said a backup. Never mind.
there's a reason why you're at the University of Florida. This ain't no game.
That's
Even
the
if you're a
reason why you
backup,
recruit to replace number two. That's why you recruit.
Okay, listen, even if you're a backup, but if they have a better scheme and better preparation, the backup's going to perform, man. I really feel that way. Because I know a lot of backups
I'm not saying
that got
they
the
don't.
opportunity
I'm saying
and
they
rose to the
won't do
occasion.
it at a high
And they
level
said,
like
who the hell this kid come from? Where he come from?
All I know is I heard the word end of the night, so I guarantee at the end of the night you're gonna have a
You
different
got a lot of
opinion about people.
guarantees. So
Watch.
Lot
sound
of
like Charles
guarantees.
Barkley. I guess.
So I tell you what, I'm gonna ask you guys to share one of the wireless microphones there. We're gonna ask, anybody wanna have a question for the panel here? Come on up here, grab that wireless microphone at the end. Come on up. Don't raise your hand, say you wanna ask a question and then shy away. Just grab one of the wireless microphones there.
Matter of fact, my man, you too.
All right, so tell everybody your name and your age group,
My name's Owen Bernard, and I'm on Blue 11U.
okay?
Yeah. Let's go, Blue.
Hey, come here, man.
Yeah, Blue.
Get that W
All
on.
right, so what's your question? What's your question?
Take your time.
It's all right.
Bro, you came up here.
Look at his brother. His brother's like, why'd you say you want to come up?
Go ahead.
A question is never wrong. It's never wrong.
Yeah, just ask
Yeah, you just ask him any question. Any question, go ahead.
Okay, who do y'all got for the 11 game?
Very close, Blue, baby. Hey, I'm the offensive coordinator. We're lining it up. Lining it up. Coach Palmer, you're in for a treat, my
Listen,
boy.
I hope so. I have full confidence. I have full confidence in the 11U grade team. I have full confidence.
I will tell you, this.
I believe these kids, and I think they're going to play well. And look, win, lose, or draw, my kids are going to show up and they're going to play. Trust me.
Our game, because I'm playing against Coach Palmer, I'm the offensive coordinator for the blue team, and I promise you this, it'll be like the Alabama-Notre Dame game. Go over and halftime.
All right,
Blue team
Next
all day.
We didn't agree
Next
much.
question.
We didn't agree much, but blue team, we gonna take
He's
this.
seen it too. Yes, sir.
We gonna-
He's seen
we
it.
gonna
He's
sweep
seen it.
this thing tomorrow.
next question.
Here's my quarterback, blue squad. Let me
What's
know.
up, QB?
What's up?
How are you, buddy?
My name's Austin Christian, and for Blue 11U.
QB, baby.
All right, so what's your question?
Oh, stand there and ask a question. Stay here and ask.
I didn't have a question. I can't call me up. I'll think of one.
Throw me on the bus like that, bro.
I'll think of one.
What's your question?
Go ahead, dog. I don't know much about the
I'll ask you a question. Who has the best haircut on this podium?
Don't even look at me.
That's not a haircut.
Baldy is nice.
That's not a haircut.
You gotta go with the dreads, dog. You gotta go with the dreads, dog.
Not including me, I picked.
You know it.
You gotta go with the dreads, dog. Yeah, we gotta go to Dreads. Austin, come on, man.
Get out of here.
All right, Austin, what's your question?
Do you think that like all Oklahoma and Florida receivers are they like all overrated or do you think they're underrated?
Okay. Cool. That's a great
Good question.
Yeah, that's
Again, you're a receiver guy.
Do both.
Do both?
Okay, go ahead, step off, and we'll answer the question.
Well, to the backup, Oklahoma had what, the #1 quarterback and the #1 receiver in the country last year. Didn't do anything.
Okay.
Florida, on the other hand, you can say what you want to say, man. You say what you want to say. Florida has the best skill.
They don't do anything. When the last time have they done anything?
What are you talking about? Did you not watch 44 points on Alabama? What were you watching?
They lost.
What does that have to do with the productivity on offense? Can we stay to
Do
the
you not know
facts?
they have the #1 tight end other than Miami?
When have they been? When have they been to the playoffs? Have they even made it to the playoffs?
Why are we talking about the playoffs? That has nothing to do with the question asked.
The playoffs ain't the playoffs now.
Which team is overrated? Which receiver group is overrated?
Oklahoma.
Florida.
What? How many? Okay, Florida has. Put it this way, guys. Florida has
How?
never.
Because their team has no success.
Florida,
they have no rings. They have nothing. It's overrated.
Florida has never been to a college football playoff. Florida has never been to a college football playoff. Oklahoma has, and they have just as many wins. How about that?
Hey, at least they've been there, right?
0.
I'd rather be there and get none than not make it at all.
All right, next question. Let's go with the next question.
Oh my God.
Next question over
You
here.
really go around with this Oklahoma thing,
Step
man.
behind the podium.
Don't do that.
Oklahoma,
I could be trolling.
All right, so ask your question and go ahead and step off and we'll answer it. Yep.
Sure.
I'm Kobe Morton and I play with 15U Blue Team. You're a good coach and you played in college football. You know, you play SEC. I gotta know, how do you go with the complete underdog for all 3 games?
Oh yeah, let them know.
The Irish,
Okay.
terrible.
Wait.
It's
a reason.
I don't like Alabama either.
Hey, it's the reason why. First of all, I played at Auburn, so we were always the underdog. We always gotta outwork the other team, right? I'm from Chicago too, so I'm always got that grit. It ain't that many of us coming out going to the SEC, so we always gotta fight for what we want. We always under the radar, so we gotta fight to be at the top of the radar. You get what I'm saying? So if in order to do something great, you gotta beat something great, like Ric Flair. In order to beat a man, you gotta do what? You gotta beat the man.
The problem is Notre Dame's not SEC.
So it don't matter. SEC, BSC, CBC. It don't matter what C you in. It don't matter. Don't matter. Alabama, Clemson. It don't matter. If you win a dog fight, you win a dog fight. That's it.
There was a second part to your question.
Besides it being 2020, what's your reason for Irish beating Alabama?
It's 2020.
Okay, you just put it down there and come on.
It's 2020.
Put on podium.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's 2020. We didn't see it all this year. I don't know if y'all been watching sports lately, but we seen the Clippers blow a 3-1 lead. We done seen everything. So why not? Why not?
Hey, because Notre Dame doesn't have a full team of you, so they don't have the heart. They're not from Chicago. They're not going to the SEC. They're playing at Notre Dame and is the most overrated football team in the history of college football.
I do not disagree with that.
Okay, my fault. There you go.
But I do disagree with the outcome of this game.
My question is, why do y'all think Clemson is better than Ohio State?
Because they are.
Why you looking at me? I wasn't the only one that said that.
Come on, man. It's not.
You looking at me like you gonna rip my head off.
Hold on. You can look me in the face. By the way, this is our 11U running back, Blue Squad. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Mr. Special Army Night, he do it all, man.
Fastest, he won the fastest man challenge, 11U. The kid is special. You're going to remember his name. But to answer your question, you can look me in the face and say that you think Ohio State is better than than Clemson? I want you to look at me and say that.
I know Ohio State is better than Clemson.
Oh my God. Go get him. Get him. Say what? Oh
Hey,
my
so guess what? I'm
God.
going to ask you that same question. Why do you believe Ohio State's better than Clemson?
Give it to him.
I'm from Ohio.
Okay, you're from Ohio. Give us facts.
And we just got the better team.
Name the players that are better than Clemson.
Justin Fields
Is not better than Trevor Lawrence.
Yes, he is.
Oh my God.
Nah.
Hey,
Keep going.
Go play Fortnite.
Hey, is that game truck still out of
Get the game truck, or is it?
That game truck still out of
We're not talking about NCAA football on the game. We're talking about real
We
life.
gonna lock you in the game truck, man. You ain't going to the cockpit. That's that.
I think it's still in the back too. You can go.
All right, come on up.
That kid is special.
Your name, who you play for.
Okay, so my name is Preston Bernard. I'm on blue team 11U.
Yes, sir.
I'm mainly got a question for Coach Balin right here. I need to know why you think Notre Dame is the most overrated college football team.
When you have 2 wins over top 25 programs, one of them being Clemson without Trevor Lawrence and double overtime against a true freshman quarterback, then you beat a Louisville team who's absolutely horrendous by 5 at home. You struggle with Syracuse, you struggle with NC State, you struggle with North Carolina, you struggle with pretty much the worst teams in the ACC, and you go to an ACC championship and get blown out 34-3. That's your answer on why Notre Dame is the most overrated program in college football.
Wait, I got another thing. I'm rooting for Notre Dame in this game, but another fact, when has a Notre Dame have won anything? When
That's true.
Like a bowl game,
He's
a
saying this is their
championship.
moment because it's 2020, but in reality, we all know where Notre Dame stands.
All right, next question.
Historic, but overrated.
Hey, and also, you owe, hey, listen, you owe us honey biscuits from Whataburger.
Oh, honey biscuits from Waterburg. Those are good. All right, next question. Come on up here.
The last time Notre Dame played Miami, what happened? Okay, I just want to throw that there.
That's right. Yeah, we'll do it.
My name is Trevor Reeves, and I'm on the blue team 11U.
Blue representing the game,
You know right now what's gonna happen to Oklahoma.
It's a blue show, baby.
So my question is, do y'all think that the quarterbacks for Florida and the wide receivers will have a good connection on the football field?
Absolutely.
Even though they're all backups going in today.
Absolutely. I feel
They
like
still
they
practice
need
together.
more prep.
No, they don't do the same. They
Listen,
don't do
the
it.
preparation, they're gonna come in with more confidence than what Oklahoma can handle. Yes.
I think either way, I mean, yes, they'll be good next year. Absolutely.
They'll be good next year.
It's not
Yeah,
saying
next
they
year.
aren't good. It may not be their time.
It's not their time
for them to be good. Yeah, that's all.
We're
But
going to find out
absolutely.
tonight, that's for sure.
It's the time, look the next man up. When we
It's
say
a different.
time,
You know the
The
difference
question
between
should really be, is
you
Florida
know
going to be
you
good
know
this year without Trask?
you know the difference between a year of college and football.
Hey, listen, man. Hey,
Between
listen,
1
all
year
I
and
know
next
is
year.
one thing.
The question should
All I know
be, is
one thing.
Florida going to be
Ben
good without Trask? That's the question next year.
Well,
Who's going to replace Trask?
that's a big question.
All right.
They're gonna be back where they were before.
Speaking of the next question, go ahead.
That's a big question.
Speaking of the next question, go ahead.
Go Dolphins, baby. Yes, sir.
My name is Iggy, and I'm on the
Gray 11U.
team Gray.
That's right, Iggy. That's right, Iggy.
My question is, who do you think has the best special teams out of the playoffs? What team?
They're all
Special
horrendous.
He's a kicker.
Oh.
He's a kicker, so.
Ohio State probably, because they haven't had a blocked field goal, they haven't had a missed field goal, they haven't had a bad punt. I mean, you can name all the other teams that have done all the above, especially Clemson. I don't know what's up with their special teams. Holy cow! You saw the Miami game?
Well, when you got Trevor Lawrence in that offense, you don't need special teams. You don't worry about that.
Same with Alabama, right? But the one time they
He
get
worked in
missed.
practice.
Don't
I think
trust.
Ohio State.
We can't trust Alabama kicker. I can tell you that from experience.
No.
David still does not believe in scholarship kickers. Don't
All right, next question.
You can't trust
He's a
that
good
guy.
little kicker. Good
My
question.
name is Levi, and I'm on the Gray 11 team.
There you go.
question is,
Grade 11.
I hope you get that same energy.
What's your question, Levi?
my question is, who do you think is going to win the national championship this year?
Oh man.
Clemson.
Is he in the Clemson?
I believe the fifth.
Alabama's defense is just too horrendous for Clemson. Clemson is different level. Sorry.
All right,
Clemson did beat Notre Dame, who's expected to beat Alabama according
so
to
we
the
got it.
analysts.
We have a Clemson,
I'm going
You too,
with
right?
Roll Tide, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Alabama,
I think Clemson.
Clemson.
But I
Want
mean,
it all?
Yeah.
It's Clemson.
yeah.
Clemson?
Strange it is when I watch football, I watch the trenches more than I watch the ball.
So I'm the deciding vote.
Good play.
I'm not
Just
voting
out of
for
vote,
it,
man.
So I got 2 Clemson, I got 2 Alabama.
Wait, who's the Alabama's? Who's the Alabama's on the panel?
Alabama there.
Yeah.
He said Clemson.
He said
I say Clemson.
Clemson.
I say Clemson.
You say Clemson.
All three.
You said Alabama.
How can he say Alabama when he has Notre Dame in Alabama?
You know I'm not
So
picking Alabama.
you're going Clemson. Oh, so I don't have the deciding vote. Okay, then I ain't got to worry about it.
You got the deciding voice, though.
I got the deciding voice. Is that what it is?
It's like me wanting Penn State to win.
Tiger Rag, baby.
There we go.
Tiger Rag.
There we go. Clemson.
You have a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did Coach Trujillo say that you don't agree that kickers should have a scholarship? That's what you said?
No, I said Nick Saban doesn't believe in
Nick Saban
it.
don't
And that's
believe in it.
terrible because
No,
we know their history on kickers and they need one desperately. So he needs to start scholarshiping them. And we might have one in this audience right now.
We won.
Actually,
Couple
like
games, I think.
All right. So for the benefit of my brother-in-law who just walked in.
What's up, brother?
All right. So tonight's game, Florida, Oklahoma. Everybody in the room, who's going to win? Oklahoma. All right. How many for Oklahoma? Oklahoma.
That's 5.
All right.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Everybody from Florida, do the gator chomp. If you're Florida, gator chomp.
Going on, baby. Chop it up.
You ain't got no Floridas on this
Wait,
side.
didn't they legally get rid of that?
Oh yeah, that's
I think they did, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
They got rid of the gator chomp. We can't
We
do the
gotta
gator
figure out
chomp.
something else because that's not working. You're a Gator fan? No way.
Nebraska.
Oh, that's the worst team in college football. We talking about overrated. Oh, okay.
I don't care.
Nebraska.
I don't care.
My best friend is a strength and conditioning coach there, Sean Beckton, and I'm telling you what, man. Whoa. He has some stories.
Yeah.
They do got the best receiver coach, I think.
They do.
Sean Beckton.
I believe in the next year, to the next 2 years, you're going to see Nebraska start being more of a conversation in the top 25.
Yes, once they fire Coach Frost, it will be definitely a good
I
conversation.
don't agree with that.
Shout out to
I don't agree with
Nebraska.
that. But
You got Delonte Brown out of Chicago, Simeon.
Nebraska used to play in the Big 12, so I hate Oklahoma. I hate Oklahoma.
So you're not touching them.
And I'm not touching Oklahoma. Gators all day long.
Yeah, yeah.
Chop it up, baby.
Chop
Chop
it
it
up.
up. Chop it up.
I'm not touching them either.
All right. All right, you guys put your hands together for the panel here.
Right, all these Florida, what happened in Miami?
Yeah, half the teams in the portal and there's no
Last time we talking about the playoff game. We talking about.
No, all I heard is about the state of Florida. We recruit the state of
Don't
Florida.
try to get on Miami, bro. Because at the end of the day, they still has the best team of the decade.
We're going to have to get these guys together
decade is
another
over with.
time. And have this
We're in 2020.
College football.
That was 4 decades ago.
These guys
They're the only team with an entire show called The U. Go watch it.
Thank you for joining us here on the Kenny Long Show live on Semi-Pro Live. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Let your dance sport, Blue and gray.
I think we can break something great.
What's the score?
I don't know. It's gonna be by a lot.
I just got a question for all y'all. Okay.
Now you have a question.
You're welcome,
You guys,
All right, big
who do you
dog.
guys think that's going to win the Georgia game?
Georgia? Hey, a good question would have been Georgia Cincinnati game. Georgia.
Come on, man.
I'll get in.
I don't really have an NFL team, but I have.
That's where the argument comes from.
I have Bama, Florida,
Yeah.
Miami.
What's up?
Chilling.
Okay.
I got Cincinnati, baby.
Wants to win or be Oklahoma?
Cincinnati center.
Ben Cleveland
I've trained for like 5 years. He's a true freshman. He's ready to play.
Nobody can hold us. Nobody can hold the offensive line. Nobody can hold our running backs. We gonna score on everybody. We gonna turn it up.
I like football because it's like my sport. I never quit. I'ma always go hard. I like the team dedication, and they always playing for me, and they always blocking for me. So I love my team.
Hold the show! Hit the show! Hold the show! Hit the show! Texas who?
A lot. Y'all gonna hear that name a lot. Y'all gonna keep hearing it.
Making plays and working hard.
She raised the GOAT. Yeah. She did. What? Hold on, you gotta run that back. She raised the GOAT. Shout out to his mama. He raised the GOAT.
I love my teammates, and we all come together to win a game.
We came to slay.
That's it. We came to slay. No, we just do what we do. We're gonna bring it hard and keep on hitting.
And we're going to bring it.
And that'll be the last thing. You're watching Semi-Pro Live. We'll see you guys next time.
And bring it home. 2 beat, 2 clap. We do it for the city.
Well, just know we coming for number 1.
Yeah. All right. Watch out. Y'all need to watch out. Allowed you to get all those scores.
Well, it was just like we can do good and we do everything, so that's what we gotta do.
So what?